Hi, I'm Chef George. I'm the executive chef at Llorens, and I'm here today to bring you a beautiful recipe. We're going to do apples with braised red cabbage. I can do it with green cabbage, but this one is red, it's colorful, it's fall, and it's very delicious. And it's a very simple recipe. I just happy to be here. I have a beautiful kitchen. I'm not at Llorens, but I'm doing it here because it's such a nice recipe and I want you to show you that. I'm going to start with a little bit oil. I have a pot already a little bit hot. You can see it has to be hot, okay? And I'm going to put some onions. And the onions that I'm going to put in, I'm going to let it transluce a little bit. With the big spoon, I'm going to mix that. And I'm going to put it, you see, you make it nice and gold. As you can see, okay, you get nice and gold. And then I'm going to put a little bit of deglaze that with a little bit of apple cider and apple vinegar. All that I'm going to let it reduce a little bit. And the acidity of the vinegar, and I put a little bit of lemon in my apples always because the acidity of the lemon with the vinegar, it blends very well together, give a beautiful aroma to the cabbage. And when I have all that cooking over here, and you don't have to worry about putting the apples now because I'm using a Granny Smith. Granny Smith is a very tough apple. It's very sour, then it holds very well the heat. A Red Delicious will be more like an eating apple. That particular one will be, it will melt probably, will destroy easily in a pot. But the Red Delicious to eat and the Granny Smith to cook is perfect. Then when I have all that inside, it's already reduced. Then I'm going to put the red cabbage in. You can see. Then I'm going to mix it well. I'm going to put a little bit more fire because I want that to go a little bit faster. Okay. And then when it cooks, I'm going to add a little bit of caraway seeds. Very delicious. The aroma is fantastic. A little bit of brown sugar. Put a little bit more because the acidity of the vinegar, I can put the whole thing in. Okay. And a little bit of shredded carrots. And the carrots you don't have to worry about because if they break a little bit, it looks nice to see the spots of the carrots inside. It's nice. A little bit of salt and pepper, of course. Okay. A little bit of salt. I don't put too much salt. I always like to keep my recipes a little bit low. I'm sure you will do the same thing. And then you can add a little bit more after. Okay. And in the end, when that is cooked, it will take probably about 15, 20, 25 minutes. All depends, if you braise it, it will go quicker because you put it in the oven, you put a cover and you put it in the oven. But if you cook it in the top like this, it will be about 25 minutes. You can add a little bit of chopped parsley. The chopped parsley, you can do it by knife, or you can have one of those wonderful things that you can chop your parsley very quickly. But I'm using that knife because it goes faster for me. And put a little bit of chopped parsley inside. Not too fine because this is a rough dish, this is a winter dish, it's something, and a little bit of mustard at the last minute. The reason I put the mustard in the last minute because I want the flavor and I don't want to break too much inside, and I want to give them a nice flavor when it's almost cooked, the mustard. And the sugar, the vinegar, the cider, and all the ingredients, the caraway seeds, and you can see our beautiful, colorful dish that you have here. And now I'm going to take out the cabbage out of the pot. They already cooked. And you can see how colorful and beautiful and tasty. Too bad you cannot taste it because it tastes delicious. And you can see how nice and colorful it is. You can put a little bit extra chopped parsley in the top, or just a piece of thyme just for decoration, and you can see how lovely it looks. Voila.